So you're a small business. You come to Buffer to help publish content, engage with your audience, and track results. And to do this all in a simple yet powerful interface. Everything is going great. Then someone tells you, you should really be doing email marketing. This can be overwhelming. How do I get started? Then you start looking into the email marketing tools and platforms, and they're complicated and stressful with audiences and GDPR, compliance, campaigns, lists, etc. It's a headache. We set out to build a better way. So why email? Well, email provides a direct connection between you and your audience. There's a big difference between someone giving you their email address to subscribe to your list and, say, someone following you on Twitter, for instance. Also, it's relatively inexpensive. It's a great way to connect with that audience, and it reaches people who are already interested. These are warm leads. These are people who have given you a pretty big thing, which is their email address. So imagine a future where people come to your start page, they entered their email address to subscribe to your email list, and then you can come over to publishing, open the composer, and compose a newsletter to go out to all of your email followers. Finally, look into analytics, see the open rate, the engagement rate, the click-through rate, all these type of things for your email campaign that you just sent. We view this as a two-step process. Step 1 is all about the email collection. Step 2 is about sending that newsletter out to all of your email followers and viewing email as a channel on Buffer. So let's meet the team that worked on this. We have Dave here. He did a lot of copywriting. He wrote an amazing Help Center article, and he helped with some of the designs for how this is all going to work. Esther, she overcame so many challenges with a new code base, setting up environments, and a bunch of stuff to get this great outcome that we got. Diego, he designed all the components we needed to make this feature, and Dave also chipped in with this as well. And then me, Nate, I did a lot of documentation in Notion, and then this presentation that you're watching right now. We quickly realized that we didn't want to tackle the challenges of being an actual email marketing tool ourselves. There's lots of compliance issues, regulations, email storage, etc., that we would have to take on if we were going to do that. So we started to look for an amazing partner that we could use as an integration. We looked at MailChimp and HubSpot and SendGrid and Campaign Monitor and MailerLite and countless others. Dave, Diego, Esther, they all really did a lot of work here to try to identify which tools were going to work best for us, not just for the first stage of being able to capture those email addresses and build a list, but also for the second stage that we are really excited about, which is the ability to someday publish to these platforms, publish a newsletter to these platforms. So after lots of reading and documentation, reading through APIs, all that kind of stuff, we settled on MailChimp. First of all, it's well known and trusted. So when you see that name, some people, at least some of our customers, are going to automatically recognize it. It has a robust free plan, which was something that was important to us. Very generous there. It helps users manage the legal obligations, GDPR, all that kind of compliance stuff. And most importantly, it fits into both step 1 and step 2. So capturing those email addresses and being able to do that in a block on start page, and then also publishing newsletters. Their API allows us to publish those newsletters eventually someday once we get to that point. So for Build Week, we decided to handle part 1 of this project. We view part 1 as the email collection piece. This is the first stepping stone in this vision to having email as a channel inside of Buffer. So we built the ability to add a new block to start page as an email collection form for MailChimp. And so I want to show you that now. All right, so here we are in our start page. We come over here and click Add Block and scroll all the way down. We'll see the new email sign-up form. When we click on that, you'll see there's a little preview of what this is kind of going to look like here to give them an example, and then also some handy guides and steps, because the whole goal here is that we built this for someone who is not familiar with MailChimp, might not be familiar with email lists and newsletters or anything like that. So do you already have a MailChimp account? No, not yet. Let's sign up. And there's the steps to do that. And then you can click out to be taken to MailChimp and follow those steps. Super simple. If you do already have a MailChimp account, you can just click here and go grab the HTML code for your subscribe form. I already have mine copied, so I'm going to paste that here. And then when I come back out, I'll see that subscribe form has been added. If someone was to fill that out, they can subscribe to your email list just like that. So we're pretty excited about this first stepping stone, being able to collect email addresses, and then the further steps along the way where we might be able to have email as a channel in Buffer and to be able to create newsletters right from the Composer.